Sabhaya Namaha. I used to say we should feel proud of an Indian. Why? Because all the Sastra, science and technology, everything derived from our ancient Vedas. In this way, even medicine, what we are using now, is also derived from Vedas. We are well known. We are all well known about three Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, and Sama Veda. The fourth Veda is called Atharva Veda or Atharvana Veda. Especially in Atharvana Veda, there are so many sub branches are there. Among them, the famous Veda is called Ayurveda. What is the peculiarity in this Veda? It is not an ordinary. It gives an extraordinary essence to various medical terms and terminologies. What we are using nowadays, whatever may be, allopathy, naturopathy, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy, whatever so, all these are a part of Ayurveda. Ayurveda means not nowadays wherever we see Ayurveda nursing homes or Ayurveda hospitals. This Ayurveda was founded in Atharvana Veda. Moreover, the god Dhanvantari is a founder of Ayurveda. Ayurveda gives a solution to all kinds of problems, remedies all kinds of diseases. In this regard, we should bow to God Dhanvantari. He had arrived, or he has derived from milky ocean while it was churned by gods and demons. We can find God Dhanvantari who came out of the milky ocean while it was churning to extract nectar, I mean amruta. He holds a pot in his hand and came out. He wants to distribute to all. But in second chapter, Lord Vishnu found that amruta pot was took away by demons. That's why he took another form of Mohini and want to distribute. In this way, we can find Dhanvantari's incarnation, especially meant for Ayurveda. We can't see so many temples of Dhanvantari in each and every part of India. Especially, we can find more in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, especially in Kerala. That's why we can find Kerala Ayurveda, because they used to worship God Dhanvantari in that region. So, God Dhanvantari, his incarnation is meant to give us the medicines through Ayurveda. Ayurveda gives remedies for all kinds of diseases of physical, mental, whatever the things that we are not known well in depth. That's why we are confused, misused. Therefore, we are seeking the help of allopathy. Because this Ayurveda is not human made, it is given by God. These types of information we are going to get from Dhanvantari Ayurveda. That's the topic I chose today. Wanted to introduce the greatness of Dhanvantari and greatness of Ayurveda to our people in simplified manner. Let me start with prayer. ॐ नमामि धन्वन्तरि आदिदेवं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितपादपद्मं लोकैर्जरारुग्भयमृत्युनाशं दातारमीशं विविधौषधीनाम्. Lord Dhanvantari is an outstanding personality in the history of Ayurveda. He was the physician of the gods in both the Vedas and Puranas and an excellent surgeon. In Hinduism, worshippers pray to Dhanvantari seeking his blessings for sound healing. In his incarnation as a king of Kashi, Divodasha, he was approached by a group of sages, including Shushruta, the great Indian surgeon, with the request to reach them the science of Ayurveda. Dhanvantari stated that Brahma composed Ayurveda even before he created mankind, forming one of the Upangas of Atharva Veda. In 1 lakh verses arranged in 1,000 chapters, which was not easy for the restricted intelligence of men to learn within their short lifespans. So, Dhanvantari complied with the sage's request, recast Brahma's Ayurveda into 8 divisions. See, what are the divisions? 1. Shalya, Shalakya, Kaya Chikitsa, Bhuta Vaidya, Kumara Bhritya, Agada Tantra, Rasayana Tantra, and Vajikarana Tantra. They began teaching within the framework of Pratyaksha, means perception, Agama, authoritative scripture, Anumana, inference, and Upamana, analogy. In other versions of the origins of Ayurveda, it has been said that Dhanvantari was deputed by Lord Indra to take the science of Ayurveda to the mortals. Also to be noted, Dhanvantari is seen as an avatar of Lord Vishnu in Hinduism. The most frequently told story about Dhanvantari is that when the ocean was churned by the gods and demons in search of the elixir of life, Dhanvantari came out of it holding a bowl of nectar in his hands. Physicians of the school of Atreya referred the surgical cases to surgeons belonging to the school of Dhanvantari. But there is not evidence of referring the medical cases, the above surgeons, to the physicians of the school of Atreya. Let us see the meaning of Dhanvantari. The word Dhanvan means desert Dhanvachara, meaning he who moves in a desert. There was a mantra in the Veda, Dhanvan iva prapasi. O Lord, you are like the place where water is distributed to travelers in a desert. Thus, Dhanvantari, the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, with a pot of nectar in his hand, is like a prapa, mean oasis in the desert of worldly existence, samsara. Let us see the story of Dhanvantari. Bhagavata Purana states that Dhanvantari emerged from Kshira Sagara and appeared with a pot of Amruta, nectar, during the story of the Samudra or Sagara Mathana, while the ocean was being churned by the Devas and Asuras using the Mantara mountain and the serpent Vasuki as a rope. The pot of Amruta was snatched by Asuras, and after this incident, another avatar Lord Vishnu took in the form of Mohini appears and takes nectar back from the demons, Asuras. It is also believed that Dhanvantari promulgated the practice of Ayurveda. According to the Charaka Samhita, the knowledge of Ayurveda is eternal and is revealed in each of the cycles of creation of the universe when needed. Lord Vishnu himself incarnated as Lord Dhanvantari and re-establishes the tradition of Ayurveda in the world to help relieve some of humanity's sufferings. Lord Dhanvantari is known as the father of Ayurveda since he was the first divine incarnation to impact its wisdom among humans. He first appeared during the great churning of the cosmic ocean of the milk to deliver Amrita to the demigods. The churning of the Milky Ocean is a famous episode in the Puranas that is called Kshira Sagara Mathana, that represents the spiritual endeavor of a person to achieve self-realization through concentration of mind, withdrawal of the senses, control of all desires, austerities and asceticism. It is celebrated in India every 12 years in the holy festival known as Kumbh Mela. At the time of the churning, Lord Vishnu foretold that Lord Dhanvantari would appear again in the world to teach the science of Ayurveda. And so he did. After Lord Indra, seeing humanity so afflicted by pain and disease, pleaded with Lord Dhanvantari to descend into the material world and teach Ayurveda to the human race. It is written in the scriptures that one who resembles the name of Dhanvantari can be released from all disease. Lord Dhanvantari is worshipped all over India as a god of medicine. That's why we can see in famous super specialty hospitals, they used to construct a small temple of Dhanvantari. There will be an idol of Dhanvantari, god Dhanvantari, holding a bowl containing nectar. We can see most of the hospitals, the idol worship of Lord Dhanvantari. Let us come to subject. Lord Indra, after seeing humanity so afflicted by pain and disease, pleaded with Lord Dhanvantari to descend into material world and teach Ayurveda. Dhanvantari, one of the many avatars of Lord Vishnu, is known as Adi Dhanvantari. King Dirgatama of Kashi was performing severe austerities, penance, tapas, and offering them to Lord Dhanvantari in the hopes that he would be pleased with them and grant him a son. And happy with the devotion of the king, was born in the royal household of Kashi. He taught Ayurveda orally to the sages and seers who became his disciples. His teachings are recorded in the Agni Purana as well as through the teachings of his disciple Sushruta, Paushkalavata, Aurabha, Vaitarana and others. They are all disciples of Dhanvantari. Now we used to celebrate Dhanvantari Jayanti. That is his birthday celebrations. On the day of Dhanateras, birthday celebrations of Dhanvantari, the god of health, take place in enthusiastic and delightful atmosphere. Dhanvantari Jayanti is celebrated throughout India. Dhanvantari is mentioned in the Puranas as god of Ayurveda. He, during the Kshirasagara Mathana, arose from the Milky Ocean with the nectar of immortality. It is common attribution or practice in Hinduism for worshippers to pray Dhanvantari, seeking his blessings for sound health and sound mind or sound body. And others, especially Dhanteras or Dhanvantari Trayodasi. The Indian government has declared that Dhanvantari Trayodasi every year would be celebrated as National Ayurveda Day. I think so most of the people do not know. Now I might have known well. Let us see the textual sources of Dhanvantari. Ramayana, Balakanda and Bhagavata Purana state that Dhanvantari emerged from the Milky Ocean and appeared with a pot of Amrita during the story of Samudra, means or Sagara Mathana, while the ocean was being churned by the Devas and Asuras using Mantara mountain and serpent Vasuki. The part of Amrita was took away by the Asuras, and after this incident, Lord Vishnu appeared another form of Mohini to bring back the bowl of Amrita to the gods. Lord Vishnu used to take such incarnation timely, depending upon the situation. We can say his incarnations are situational incarnations. It is also believed that Dhanvantari promulgated the practice of Ayurveda. Of special mention here is the treatise of Dhanvantari Nighantu, which completely elucidates Dhanvantari's medicinal plants. We can see his iconography. According to the ancient Sanskrit book, Vishnu Dharmottara, Dhanvantari is a handsome individual and should usually be depicted with 4 hands, with one of them carrying Amrita, the ambrosia. Dhanvantari is depicted as Vishnu with 4 hands, holding Shankha, Chakra, Jalauka means a leech, and a pot containing Amrita. He is often shown with a leech in his hand rather than the scripture. In ancient text, there are some shlokas devoted to origin of Lord Dhanvantari. Let us see one of the famous shloka. Shankam Chakram Jalaukam Dadadamrutagatam Charudor Bishchaturbihi Sukshma Swachati Hridyam Shuka Parivilasa Maulimam Bojanetram Kalambodojvalangam Katitata Vilasat Charupitaambaradyam Vande Dhanvantarim Tam Nikila Gadavana Praudadavagnililam Sukshma Swachati Hridyam Shuka Parivilasat Maulimam Bhojanetram Birthday celebrations in India, especially celebrated every year on Dhanteras, 2 days before Diwali, the Hindu festival of lights. It is also celebrated as National Ayurveda Day in India. The National Ayurveda Day celebration started since 2016 only. Let us see the temples in India of Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari temples in Maharashtra. In Konkan, there is a Dhanvantari temple at Dapoli, Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. It belongs to Dongare family and is owned and run by Vaidya Anuruddha Dongare. Many devotees from Konkan and rest of Maharashtra visit the temple and offer their prayers. There are a few dedicated temples to Dhanvantari in South India, especially in Karnataka and also Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Wherever Ayurveda he highly practiced and patronized. The Tottuva Dhanvantari temple in Kerala is a particularly famous temple, where Lord Dhanvantari's idol is almost 6 feet tall and facing east direction. On the right hand, the Lord holds Amrita, and with the left hand, Lord holds Atta. Atta means a kind of weapon, Shanku and Chakra. The Ekadasi Day celebration, which falls on the same day as the Guruvayur Ekadasi, is of the special significance in Kerala state. In Tamil Nadu, in the courtyard of Srirangam Nathaswamy temple, where in Srirangam, there is a Dhanvantari shrine where daily worship of the deity is performed. In front of this temple, there is an engraved stone believed to be from the 12th century. According to the writings on the stone, Garuda Vahana Bhattar, a great Ayurvedic physician, established the statue inside the temple. A prasada or tirtham, a herbal decoction, is given to the visitors. The shrine is the oldest Dhanvantari shrine in that state. Another Dhanvantari shrine is found in the second precinct, section of Varadaraja Perumal temple in Kanchipuram, which is one of the famous Vaishnavite temple. Dhanvantari temples in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Puducherry include, see the list, Nelluvai Dhanvantari temple, Vadakkancherry, Trichur, Kerala. Another, Shri Dhanvantari Arogya Peetam, Valajapet, Vellore district, Tamil Nadu. Tevalakkadu, Shri Dhanvantari temple, Kulasekara Mangalam, Vekku, Kottayam, Kerala. Anakkal Dhanvantari temple, Taniyuttu Kunnu, Thrissur. Shri Dhanvantari temple, Ramanathapuram district, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Shri Dhanvantari temple, Merutor Vattam, Chertafa, Kerala. Shri Dhanvantari temple, Prayikara, Mavelikara, Allepi, Kerala. Shri Dhanvantari temple, Elantur, Patanam Titta, Kerala. Shri Dhanvantari Swami Sannidhi within the Sanjeevi Vinayagara temple, Jipmer campus, Pondicherry. Sri Alkalmanna Dhanvantari temple is situated at Eranthod village, Angadipuram Panchayat, Perintala Manna Taluk of Mallapuram district. There is also Shri Murari Dhanvantari Murti Kshetram temple in Kollam district of Kerala state. It belongs to a family called Tunduvilla. It is owned and run by the family members itself. People offer prayer for their beloved ones and offer Pal Payasam to God. Pal Payasam means sweet, milky, boiled rice, a dish. Shri Dhanvantari temple, Palluruthi, Kochi, Kerala is a small temple managed by Gauda Saraswata Brahmin community. In Varanasi, Sanskrit Vishwavidyalaya, Varanasi, Uttar Pradesh state, one statue of Dhanvantari is present in the university museum. Two statues are at the headquarters of the Central Council for Research in Ayurveda and Siddha at New Delhi. There is another statue of Mohyal Ashram in Haridwar. Dhanvantari mantra, and let us see the benefits. Lord Dhanvantari is one of the most popular manifestations of Lord Vishnu. Lord Dhanvantari came out from the Milky Ocean when the gods and demons turned it in pursuit of the immortal nectar. Lord Dhanvantari is considered the father of Ayurveda medicine. He is unlimited healer and the most benevolent Lord who removes all fears and diseases from the face of humanity. Chanting some of the most powerful mantras of Lord Dhanvantari will help to reduce the sufferings at humans and promote happiness and prosperity. Let us see Lord Dhanvantara mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantraye Amruta Kalashahastaya Sarva Amaya Vinashaya Trailokyanataya Dhanvantari Mahavishnave Namaha. Means, I bow down to Lord Dhanvantari, the Lord with four hands, carrying a conch, Shankha, discus, a leech, and a pot of immortal nectar. In his heart shines a pleasing and brilliant blaze of light. The light is also seen shining around his head and beautiful lotus eyes. Kamala Nayana, Padmaksha, Padmanetra, Padmanayana, whatever the may be. His divine play destroys all diseases like a blazing forest fire. Dhanvantari Gayatri Mantra. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Amruta Kalasha Hastaya Dhimahi Tanno Dhanvantri Prachodayat. What's the meaning of mantra? I meditate upon Dhanvantari, who is the Supreme Being and holds a part of immortal nectar in the hands. May the Lord dispel the darkness of the ignorance and light the lamp of wisdom in my heart. That's the meaning of the shloka. Lord Dhanvantari mantra, one is popular. See, previously prayer, what you said? Namami Dhanvantaradi Devam Dataramisham Vividaushadinam. Oh, it means, O Lord Vishnu, I bow down in front of you. You are worshipped by both gods and demons. Your divine powers bless the people of this world and bring remedy to all the kinds of diseases. Your medicines and blessings in abundance to remedy the sickness confronting the humanity. He wants how to chant the Dhanvantari mantra. The best time to chant this mantra is before and during the sunrise. Take both and use of a lotus bead or crystal rosary to keep. The mantra chanting is counted. Another, the mantra can also be chanted to heal those people who are sick. Chant the mantra in multiples of 108 and increase by the count as the days go by. Donate medicines and food to needy people and also poor people. This act of kindness will be enhance the power of the mantra chanting. The benefits of chanting Dhanvantari mantra. Chanting Dhanvantari mantra helps in improving the vitality and energy levels in humans. It also helps to attain the natural state of well-being. This mantra can remove the mental fears and all kinds of affections or afflictions, thereby promoting clear vision. Whenever the mantra is chanted, its divine energies touch you and work on your body or cured with mantras, mind and soul with the healing touch of Ayurveda. Incurable diseases are cured with the chanting of Dhanvantari mantras. Diseases of all kinds, both paralysal and mental, are cured by the mantra. The ultimate benefit of this mantra is a grant of liberation. The more it is chanted, the more is its positive and healing effects we can find. We can bow to the Lord Ayurveda. I worship the Supreme Person who holds a poet containing Amruta. Do japa for 21 times before going to sleep to avoid better dreams. While reacting the mantra, sprinkle a little water on the room, then give her some to drink. After a 40 days sadhana done on his behalf, he had stabilized his life and was back on his meditation. Also, he emphasizes most on naturopathy. This mantra is a health mantra. For epilepsy, it is more beneficial to do japa by concentrating on the pictures of Dhanvantari, Guru or Daiva. This mantra has different effects of the body. Dhanvantari is an ancient Hinduism considered to the little father of the medicines. Thus, we can see Dhanvantari God gives us good health and prosperity always. So, let us offer our salutations to Dhanvantari God. Shri Kantaya Kalyana Nidhe Nidhedhanam Shri Venkata Nivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam Mangala Shasana Parevadachara Purogame Sarvesha Purve Racharye Satkritaya Stu Mangalam.